Hello. Yep, hello and welcome to Killer's Gamer Vids episode 3. This is continuing on for the first episode. First episode we started off with WRC. Second episode we did Angry Gran Hill Climbing, and here we are back at WRC. Thank you for all your comments and requests and questions and everything else along them lines. Really happy to read them. I do appreciate it. Yeah, so here we are, continuing on from 3/4 of the way through the championship, because where we started the first video, we were halfway through, and this is a continuation. So thank you very much for your comments and your emails. During the first video, I did talk about how much I loved this game and blah 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 blah. And I probably said this game's really good about 10 times last time, so instead of repeating myself, you all understand that I like this game, so we will just play on. But while we're doing it, I will give you basically news feeds on everything I've learned over the past 24 hours, and also answer some of your questions. So, yes, sorry, that's a switch on the light there. It's a bit dark at the moment. So yeah, let's get the races going and get the questions answered. Thank you for joining me again on this playthrough. We'll see how far we can get. To answer one of the questions, I got an email from a young lady called Jenny Bond, which is quite a cool little gamer tag, saying you mentioned sorry, just choked on bloody Coca-Cola. Start again. You mentioned Destroy All Humans last time on the Xbox. I'm currently working through it myself. Do you have any cheats for it? Well, the answer is, Jenny, yes, I do. If you start the game itself, once you're on the level that you're on, press start, hold the top two triggers, L and R, right at the very top there, and on the pause menu, what you need to do is press X, Y, left, Y, X, then release the top two triggers. So let's hold the triggers down, X, Y, left, Y, X, release. You'll hear a funny sound, bloom, and what that'll mean is good old Crypto has invincibility, infinite health, so then mechs will no longer kill you. Press pause again, hold the triggers down, and press left, Y, white, right, black, X. You won't get a sound effect this time, but what will happen is across the top of the screen it will say ammo aplenty, which means you'll have invincibility and infinite ammo for all your weapons. So hopefully that will help you get past the bits that you're stuck on. Also, cheat request number 2. I'm currently playing Turok Evolution on the PS2. Can you help me out with any cheats? Of course I can. Go onto the options menu, go into the cheats menu. For invincibility, type in EMERPUS, 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 that's for invincibility. SLLEWGH, that's invisibility. And Madman for unlimited ammo, Sellout for unlock all levels, and Texas for unlock all weapons. Like I said, this time around we're going to play the game, but I'm not going to tell you about how much I love the game. Instead, I'm going to tell you about all the things I've learned over the past... Oops, my bad. Hold on. Load game. Instead, I'm going to tell you about what I've learned over the past 24 hours. Since the Angry Granny video. So, here goes. For starters, a new game, a new first-person game that has been released recently called Among the Sleep. Has sold over 100,000 copies already, so it must be pretty good. It's not one I've played myself yet, but I shall do if the rest of the world seems to like it, so that's good news. So we're back at Acropolis like we were before, stage 5, final stage I believe, dry gravel 3.7, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Let's go. It's just been announced this week, remember, don't change your settings on this. It's just been announced this week that the Project Morpheus launch lineup, both third and first party titles, will be announced at E3. Something I look forward to. Can't wait to get my mitts on that. It's something you might all want to know. Guild Wars 2, an incredible game, is now available to buy for £8.75 from 8 o'clock this morning to 11:59 PM tomorrow night. So you've literally got a day and a bit. Tomorrow night being March the 8th. March the 8th of March. March the 8th of March. Sorry. Sunday the 8th of March. Yes, so if I was you, I'd get downloading. Trust me. It's a very, very good game, and for £9, you can't really beat that. So yeah, I've just kind of started the race without telling you there. We're now continuing on with the playthrough for WRC, continuing on with the championship that we were at. Yeah, not a lot I can say, really. Said it all the first time. I absolutely love doing these playthroughs with you guys. The nerves are disappearing a little bit, but oh well. Now, one thing I would like to know from you guys is at work today we were discussing games, as we always do, and we were talking beat 'em ups. I'd like to know in the comments below what your favourites are, or what your favourite is, your favourite title. Give me 2 seconds, I'm going to switch the light off again. Simply because the bulb is glowing on my TV screen. I can't actually see what I'm doing. So yes, where were we? Yeah. So yeah, what is your favourite beat 'em up? We'll throw 5 or 6 in there, so say something across all platforms. So what's your favourite out of Dead or Alive, Street Fighter, Tekken, Blaze Blue, or Mortal Kombat? And one more, which is my answer, my favourite fighting series, which is Killer Instinct. And I'm not talking Killer Instinct on the X1, I'm talking Killer Instinct on the Super Nintendo, because I still think that stands on its own against Street Fighter 4. It's just, I feel with the Street Fighter 4, they kind of slowed things down a bit. I mean, as pretty as the game is, it's not as fast as Street Fighter 2 Turbo or EX Plus Alpha. If you think I'm wrong, then please do send me the videos, your videos of two fighters going at it faster than they do on Street Fighter 2, and I will quite happily admit that I was wrong. Yes, saving. But another bit of news. Mr. Shuhei Yoshida, Sony's president and guru of PlayStation itself, says that the PSN, PlayStation Network, gets a hack attempt every single day. I mean, every day? Really? Every single day? Wow. And he openly admits that? I'd love to know what antivirus he uses, because I need some of that shit. Definitely. And I'd love to know how much his antivirus costs every month. Right. Where are we going next? We're winning, we're ahead, woohoo. Here we go. East Africa. Kenya. Intro.
Tarmac, snow and gravel on punishment enough. Now comes the exhausting heat of Kenya. To many, this 50-year-old competition represents rallying in its purest form. The cars cover vast distances across hard open terrain, and it's an immense physical challenge.
Cool.
Obstacles to overcome range from flash floods to wandering wildlife.
Hey.
Call it a safari rally, but are the drivers the hunters or the prey?
Cool. I remember saying in the first video But I wanted to see that little river that you get on pretty much every rally game at some point, where that tiny little river is going across the middle of the track and you have to splash through it. Finally I might get to see that. Woo! Dry and gravel, daylight, don't change the settings, and ignore the shakedown as well. So yeah. Oh yeah, and the reason why I mentioned the fighter maps, by the way, is because Blaze Blue Chrono Phantasma Extend. Quite a title. Say that when you're pissed. What are you playing at the moment? Blaze Blue Chrono Phantasma. Yeah. No. Blaze Blue Chrono Phantasma Extend. Hits the PS3, PS4, X1 and Vita this summer. Definitely looking forward to that. I never answered the question myself. Killer Instinct is on the SNES is my favourite fighter title. My favourite series, however, is Blaze Blue. The reason why it's not Killer Instinct is because Killer Instinct Gold on the N64 wasn't really gold, was it? It was more cotton bud, the end of a cotton bud that's been in your ear and then left in an ashtray for 10 years. It just weren't that great. I understand they tried to make it all 3D, but there was no way they could recreate the amazement of Killer Instinct on the SNES. The only game that I know of that had a black cartridge. It's a bit like Guns N' Roses, really. Appetite for Destruction, one of the greatest albums ever made. They've tried bettering it with all their other albums, but just haven't quite done it. And I think it's the same with the Killer Instinct series as well, which is the reason why that's my favourite game. But Blaze Blue, however, just keeps getting better and better and better, so that is my favourite fighter series. But I'd like to know with your comments below, please jot them down and let me know. I'll try and respond to as many of them as I can. Just so you know, I don't normally go off the track when playing this game, but like, yeah, trying to talk and read notes and talk and play this at the same time is quite difficult. Oops. Yes, and also try and give news feeds while gaming. Oh, I never planned this ahead. Yeesh. Hence the reason I keep crashing. But yeah, that's basically it for the news today. That's what I've learned over the last 24 hours anyway, since the last video. Yeah, like I said, let me know your comments. I'd love to know what your favourite fighter games are. And then I'd like to challenge you on it. Yes. For now, WRC, PS2, released in 2001, part 2 of the playthrough, 3/4 of the way through the championship, working our way towards the end, and finish. Ha 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 ha. I'd like to know what games you guys are playing at the moment as well, or what your favourite game is, so I could give my personal opinions. Speaking of personal opinions, let's start a little bit of a war. I want to know, what is your favourite console or company? Are you a PlayStation fanboy? Are you an Xbox fanboy or girl? Are you a Nintendo fan person or a PC fan person? You want to know my opinion? Sega. No, I'm kidding. My opinion is I'm equal all the way. I really am. I love them all as much as each other because they all have their pros and they all have their cons. If you were to write all the pros for the PlayStation and all the pros for the Xbox, Nintendo and Sega and PC on a piece of paper going down the page, and then flip the piece of paper over and write the cons on the other side going down the page, you will probably see, I'm hoping, more than likely, you will see that each column is pretty much the same length. In my eyes, they are 100% equal. You've got exclusives on the PlayStation that are fantastic. You've got exclusives on the Xbox that are fantastic. You've got the innovation of Nintendo. I mean, they were the creators of the control pad for starters, and touchscreen, and God knows what else. You know, it makes them amazing. And there's nothing better than a keyboard and mouse on the PC. And I do play a lot of PC games, but I do play more console games than anything else. But I will openly admit that, yeah, I'm trying not to crash. Now, I will openly admit that games consoles are simply trying to do what PCs have been able to do from the very, very beginning. You can look at the graphics on a PS4 game, and then look at the graphics on a PC game that's 10 years old, and you probably wouldn't be able to tell the two apart. and there's no denying that. It's the same as when on the original Xbox they made it so that you could play your own music whilst playing your own games. I mean, I loved that, and I really made the most of that because I crammed my Xbox with tunes, and I loved it. But that is also something PC's always been able to do. So, like I said, they're all equal. I'd rather play on a home console because I'd rather have a control pad in my hand, but I will never argue with PC gamers because I'm on their side. I'm on Nintendo fans' side, I'm on Xbox fans' side, I'm on Sega fans' side, and I'm also on PlayStation fans' side. I'm completely equal, which is the reason why I've made it my life's mission to collect them all. And I'm hoping to show them all to you, one by one. So, yeah. That's my answer to that one. But, as I say, let me know your comments below, and we'll go from there. Okay, I'm going to shut up for the next couple of minutes and let you hear the wonderful engine sounds of the 206 and the sound of gravel, which I'm sure you may find interesting. Maybe try and race without coming off the track. That's kind of my aim here, because I've been doing poo. And finish. I've tried repositioning the camera, by the way, so that you can see it better than I did before. I'm hoping I've done it right, but I've got it perched up in a kind of strange angle so that it's pointing at the TV, but because of the way it is, it's not, I can't see the screen, so I don't know what you can see. I'm hoping you're picking it up okay. I really, really do. Now, continuing on with Kenya. Race 2. 33 seconds ahead. That's a bit of a whitewash, really. I should up the difficulty, I think. But then again, I keep coming off the track, so if I have the difficulty, yeah, we'll never get to the end. Also one of them people where, if I come second, I have to race again. Restart race. Because I don't like being second, I don't like being third, I have to be first. It's just the way it has to be. Regardless. Yes. There doesn't seem to be any cars to unlock on this game so far, mind you. Might be, but we shall see. Ha 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 ha. Maybe I know the answer. And I'm not telling you it, but we shall see. Race 2. 3, 2, 1, go! As I'm not going to speak, let's crank the volume up a bit for you. Better? Yep. Long. Too loud. Sorry. Oh, today, Sarah, I've forgotten her last name already, which is annoying. The little blonde lady that happens to be Miranda Hart's friend in the series Miranda, came into my workplace today and gave me a signed photograph of herself, which is absolutely wonderful. Really lovely person to speak to. It was a pleasure to meet her. And last week, Noel Fielding walked in, the legend himself, and made me a little Mighty Boosh doodle and signed it, which really made my day. And a couple of weeks before that, I bumped into, well, I didn't bump into him, he walked into my workplace. The guy that, jog your memory here, the guy that did the gold, how can I explain it? The gold butter advert, where he's in the kitchen making a sandwich singing gold, gold, always believe in your soul. Yeah, him. I actually bumped into him. And my first words were, nice dancing, mate. To which he just pissed himself and said, thank you. Not one of my proudest moments. So that was quite an experience. But all three of them, very friendly people, and we're quite happy for a random bloke like me to approach them and say, can I have your autograph? So yeah, thumbs up to them three. Really cool. I just thought I'd mention that. Ah. Last section. Well, I hope you have enjoyed today's video. This is the end of Killer's 30-minute gaming session. I'll be back tomorrow with, I'm not sure what I'll be back with yet. We'll see. I may change my mind. And, yeah. I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Leave your comments below. Look forward to hearing from you. I'll answer as many as I can. Send me your questions, your cheats, your wanna-knows, absolutely everything. Thank you very much for joining me for episode 3. And, I will speak to you again soon. So, enjoy your evening. This is Killer, signing out.